My name is Patty Turnberg, and I'm the Executive Director of Immanuel Community Services. And I'm so proud to be with an organization that offers so much to people who are hungry or homeless or struggling to overcome addictions. We are open 365 days of the year. And with 5 part-time staff and a budget of under $200,000, we're able to offer 4 programs. We have our Hygiene Center, a recovery program, a food bank, and a community meal.
My name is Annalise Stelzer. I'm the food bank coordinator at Immanuel Community Services, and this is our pantry. This is where we store all of the food that we can keep until the end of the month, because we have food bank the last 2 Fridays of the month. I depend heavily on volunteers who come in and pick up food with me and sort it, and I would be lost without them. The food bank is used by anyone who is hungry. We don't ask for zip codes. Most of the people are people from the neighborhood who know about Immanuel Lutheran Church and Immanuel Community Services, but we also have other populations who come from around Seattle. So the food bank is set up in a grocery store style distribution system, and the reason that we do that is so that people are able to choose their own food and to preserve their own dignity whenever they're shopping. We have had many people do food drives for the food bank, and if you're excited about that, then we can do food drives at your work, at your school, through a church, in your community, anywhere, in your neighborhood. We can partner together to sponsor a food drive for the food bank. All of our food is donated. We don't buy any of it, and people are hungry all 12 months of the year, and so we are constantly needing food donations from around our community. So don't forget to donate every month of the year.
My name is Carol Asman. I'm now a resident of the Cascade neighborhood and a 5-year member of Immanuel Lutheran Church. We serve community lunch once a month to about 250 people, congregation members, neighbors in the community, and also our resident homeless community as well. And there are people who've been coming here for community lunch for years. We're all breaking bread together. We also stand in line for a long time together, and that's magical too, because it's an opportunity to just be present with each other.
Dave Saluskin, I'm the hygiene coordinator. My hours are from 8 to 12, Monday through Friday. I have anywhere from 25 to 35 people every day. They can come in here, take a shower. I give them everything that they need: shampoo, razors, toothbrush, towel, sometimes little toiletry kits that I hand out when I have it. A lot of them just like to come here for dignity, so they can be clean, have clean clothes, go out, not have people look them down because they're dirty. We always appreciate getting donations of towels and toiletries and even clothing, because winter's coming on. It's going to be getting cold again. Winter hats, gloves, keep their hands warm, shoes, socks, sweaters, anything that's that they could use.
The guys who live here and are in the recovery program they're in full-time recovery for about 3 months. They work all day, every day, all evening on their recovery, and then they can transition into having part-time school, part-time work. And the great gift to Immanuel is that we get to rub shoulders with them and learn their stories and learn how courageous they are in the work that they're doing.
When we were kids, we didn't have worry in the world, and I was very fortunate to have both my parents. They were together for 60 years before my father passed, and, we were raised really well. I went to Lincoln High School, which was a public high school when I was in the 9th grade, and I didn't do well. I skipped class. I did a bunch of things that just didn't get me where I should have been. And so my parents said, oh no, let's back up. Let's send you to a better school. So they sent me to Old Day. It didn't matter what kind of upbringing I had, the friends that I chose to be around. And back then it was like a cool thing for us to drink beer and smoke pot and different things like that, and I wouldn't say that at that time I was an addict, but things progressed over the years. How did I get to that point after being raised with such a good family and different things like that is, it's come to my attention that drugs and alcohol do not discriminate against anyone. I found myself with no more options, and I found myself in prison. And that's when I realized that it was time for me to quit. It was a blessing for me to be able to just come here right away. And it was a wonderful thing because I knew that I had to do everything in my power just to try to stay sober this time. This was it. From day one, they give you your own responsibility. You're responsible to go to your meetings. You're responsible to go to your classes. You're responsible to be responsible. And I think instead of a big shock and going back into society after you've had treatment, your transitions right into it. It was like, well, okay, this is great. You guys say that we have a place to stay and we have a place to eat and everything. And, okay, where do we sleep at? And they bring me down into this nice, beautiful gym here. And, well, what do we sleep on? And they show me a picture of these mats here, which at first was like, what? We're sleeping on mats on the gym floor? But now that I look back at it, it was wonderful. It's a humbling experience. And I truly believe this, that you have to crawl before you can walk. I have a little over 6 years sober now, so that's a blessing. And I owe it all to the people here and just them not giving up on me.
Our aim is to serve everyone who comes to us with dignity and to give them hope for the future. And we encourage all of you watching to join us in our efforts to do that by volunteering or by making a financial gift.